Yes, you are seeing correctly. We are doing over 2,000 damage with the pickaxe. But before we get into that, let's talk about what we're doing here today. Today we're getting into the most amount of damage you can do with a pickaxe in Fortnite Save the World. And I'm not even claiming that the number you saw in the intro is what you can reach. But based on my brain and everybody in the stream chat, that is what we came up with, and we'll work up to it. So first and foremost in the upgrades tab, you gotta max out your pickaxe. You gotta get it to level 9. In fact, when I was looking for volunteers from chat, thank you to the 3 who joined, I was looking for people who are like maximum power level, and then it clicked. I'm like, oh wait, no. Pickaxe isn't changed by the fort stats. It's changed specifically by the pickaxe upgrade. Fun fact, because fortitude, offense, resistance, tech, it's like fort, it's like Fortnite. I started off from the very beginning with Pathfinder Jess. She is the easiest example, a bonus of 50%. And real talk, most of this video is going to be a little silly. We're just having fun. Real world, Pathfinder Jess is probably what you're going to want to stick with, but that's because all of the later bonuses are going to be temporary. If you want an actual farming loadout, link down below. That is my recommendation if you want to go for it. But getting into this loadout, I am using subwafers for a few of these. I stopped using them in some of the later clips because all it did was make my recording shorter. If you're trying to do the most damage with your pickaxe, I guess subwafers making you swing faster is nice, but you don't get any extra damage from it, which is why I stopped consuming it. I also tried out Totally Rocking Out just to double check, and I can confirm it does not increase your pickaxe damage. But what does are coconuts. Gives you a nice 16% bonus, and it's active for 30 seconds, which makes recording very, very easy. And that's it. We just use Fleet to get around a little quicker. I used Fumble just because of Totally Rocking Out, and then we have an empty slot because there's nothing more to do. And that is how much damage you can do with Pathfinder. Not only does she give you the 50% bonus, but you get the coconuts, and after 5 swings, in the zone kicks in, and you can get that nice little bonus damage to do even more damage yet. And I actually found a safe. So, you know what? I wasn't legitimately trying to farm, but hey, that kind of worked out. Moving on, though, I figured, well, Lynx's kunai, I think somebody in chat reminded me, but I was previously aware of this, that she does increase your damage by a crap ton, and that does affect your pickaxe. So this is where it gets a little sillier, because for 4 seconds you can get a really nice bonus, and that definitely does increase your pickaxe by a lot. And I did personally find it to be the most amount of damage that you can do solo. And then of course the regular bonuses of going coconuts, and we went ahead and put work in support just to increase the damage. In my gameplay I wasn't using Happy Holidays, but that would have been a lot easier to just shave off like 5 seconds of waiting, so I could have tested this for you guys even better. But it doesn't stop there. Once again, stream chat coming in clutch, went ahead and recommended Special Forces Banshee. She's always hiding right down here. So I'm going to scroll way down, but she increases your weapon damage by 25.5%. For whatever reason, that does affect your pickaxe, and that is actually one of the reasons people use Banshee in Storm King. It might just be normal Warcry buffing your pickaxe. I didn't fully test that personally, I will admit, because Warcry does increase weapon damage and, melee attack speed, so that could be a thing, but we use Special Forces Banshee just to be safe. And real talk, if you are going to be using this in a Storm King fight, Banshee's awesome. She's really good ability. The Special Forces bonus is always nice. So we had this solo did an interesting amount of damage. I was able to, again, with, work and going coconuts, able to do about 1,000 damage per swing, which was better than the Outlander, but for a weird amount of time, I was able to do like 1,700 damage, and I slowed the footage down. It doesn't look like I'm hitting an enemy. I don't know what happened here. If you guys have any ideas, comment down below. Nobody in chat did, so you'd be smarter than at least 80 of us, so I'm open to suggestions there, but it was basically about 1,000 damage per swing. And then finally, the big reveal. I will be switching my loadout back to Lynx for the last recommendation here. Lynx in the lead with 3 people popping Warcry. We were doing just under 2,000 damage. Now, this was really tough to organize because between stream delay and 3 people popping Warcry at once and the ridiculous 35-second cooldown, that got tricky. I should have mentioned this earlier actually, but Colonel Wildcat does really help a lot in reducing that Warcry cooldown. So if you're going to be testing around, that is nice. But for 4 seconds at a time, we were able to get just under 2,000 damage. And then the recommendation came in to use an ear splitter, and that had completely slipped my mind. I had totally forgotten about the ear splitter. There might be other weapons that I'm forgetting about, and that's where I'm open to suggestions, where I might make a follow-up to this video. But with 3 people getting 4 stacks of ear splitter damage. Personally, I could have done it myself, maybe gotten that number a little higher, but it's a temporary bonus. It's hard to work with all this. And 3 war cries active, we were critting for over 2,000 damage. For like 1 crit, I think is all I could hit because that was really tough. Using a kunai plus a war cry bonus while I'm trying to hit a crit, it was a complicated situation. But you know what? We got to crit for over 2,000 damage with a pickaxe. And all of this stemmed from this comment right here. Some stupid, probably sarcastic comment for a pickaxe loadout. But then it jogged my brain. I'm like, you know what? There are actually a surprising amount of buffs in this game that do increase your pickaxe damage, and I gotta say, it made for a fun little time. And I will add, by the way, damage is not something that the pickaxe is good for. I was in tears laughing on stream, actually, when I died to a smasher having done less than 1% of his overall health. And so yeah, I can't recommend the pickaxe as a damaging weapon, but you know, if you're gonna be looking the flyest, I gotta say, we were using the axe hammer because this is, of course, if you just search in your thing here, save the world, the best pickaxe, obviously. Maybe you want to be a founder's flex, you know, use the rose gold pickaxe. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But we were using the axe hammer. It doesn't actually increase any damage. But back in the day when you couldn't change your pickaxe, the axe hammer was the representative pickaxe for the highest upgrade in the game. So you could tell instantly anybody who was using this had the best pickaxe available. But, you know, after years and years of that, we were like, hey, Epic, we don't need this. We want to use our custom ones. So, you know, instead of this super badass rocket hammer pickaxe, we can use a balloon pickaxe because that makes more sense and, of course, would do more damage because that's how physics work, right? Hey, Editing Beast coming in to remind you guys that I did actually make a top 5 best pickaxes in Fortnite Save the World video. So, you know, check that out down below if you guys want to use only the best pickaxes. But you know what? This has been a fun time. I would love to do more silly videos like this. One that I have been avoiding forever, because I always thought it was stupid, still think it is, was the fastest speed you can run in the game. Now, it's my understanding that there are some behind-the-scenes checks to that, to where you actually can't run faster than a certain, like, 170% bonus or whatever it is, but it could be fun to look into that. No promises on that video, but if enough people want it, I'll consider it. But for now, this has been the best pickaxe loadout, I guess. I don't know. See you guys later. Feel free to use, you know, code Mista at your checkout if you guys want to support me, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh my god, I'm critting for 110,000? What the fuck? The smasher hasn't taken damage yet. And then